Let me introduce you to More Than Nets. More Than Nets is a project of Virginia Baptists in partnership with the Ghana Baptist Convention, and it's all about making a difference in one area of the world, particularly in this case, Yendi, Ghana.
So with More Than Nets, we're going to go into the villages. We're going to work with locals, we're going to work with health officials, medical officials. We will go into these very, very remote villages. We will show them the net, we'll hold the net up for them, we'll talk about keeping the village clean, we'll talk about dumping standing water out, we'll talk about keeping their home area clean because they keep animals in their home.
A lot of these villages didn't even understand that mosquitoes cause this malaria. So when we were educating on it, you could see their eyes opening up because they often thought it was an evil spirit or something, which was mind-numbing to me. God our Father cares for those people there as much as He does here or anywhere else. We're all His children.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Maybe even more importantly, we're providing an opportunity to plant a church in every village in Yendi.
We start the church under a shade tree because that's where the village people meet, under the shade tree, because it's always hot. And these people understand that in the sun it's 97 and in the shade it's only 90.
I mean, there was one story where they were in a village, it wasn't when we were there, but apparently there was a villager there that said, hey, when did this Jesus thing happen? When did Jesus die? And they said, about 2,000 years ago. He's like, why are you just now telling me?
So when the opportunity came to present the gospel, I gave it to him as best as I could, and it was just awesome just to see the response. At the end of the 2 weeks that we were there, we had a total of 857 adults give their life to Christ, a total of 21 new churches planted. You know, it was just an unbelievable 2 weeks. Can you imagine? Yeah, about 1,000 nets distributed. I mean, it's just unbelievable what the Lord is doing in that area.
And by the hundreds, I mean hundreds, they responded. And I wish you could have been with us at the baptism. It was one of the most powerful moments I've ever had, with 121 lined up, singing and ready to enter the water of new life.
It was beautiful, especially when we baptized the 121st person, because it was a young girl who was crippled.
And then all of a sudden, here comes this paralyzed girl from the wheelchair, and she'd been carried by her brother. And he carried her right into the river there and then handed her over to the pastors to baptize her. And that was the icing on the cake.
And man, I don't know if there was a dry white man eye on that shore or in the water.
Oh my gosh, I hate using the word amazing and awesome because they're so overused, and in this case it's understated.
I was a skeptic. My first year there, 2 years ago, I was a skeptic. Going back, I was a skeptic because I'm a church planter in America and it's hard work. And they're seeing hundreds of churches started over there in a month's time. But I left there this time, I am no longer a skeptic.
And when they receive Christ, that's what they want to do. They want to further the kingdom of God. And they're just real. I just don't know how else to describe it. They're just real and genuine people.
I really want to thank our churches for taking the lead and being on mission for Christ, and how they have invited all of Virginia Baptists into an incredible experience in Ghana.
435 villages, 435 churches, a population of 186,000, 100,000 nets at $10 a piece for the nets, transportation, education, and the church is $1 million in 2 years. Virginia Baptists can do this, and together we're making a difference with our friends and our partners there in Ghana.